long time no see. Since my last video, I guess a decent amount has happened. I've interviewed at 2 schools, Morehouse School of Medicine and Chamberlain University, and both of them have waitlisted me. It's not the best feeling, especially when it's your second time applying for PA school and, you know, it's getting closer and closer to like CASPA reopening at the end of April. And you start to be like, okay, like, since I only have waitlist offers and not actual acceptance letters, like, should I prepare to potentially reapply for a 3rd time? And it's like, you kind of, like, you don't want to be unprepared. Like, you really don't want to be unprepared because you never know. You know, I definitely want to prepare for the worst, and the worst is applying a 3rd time. And with me being, you know, I graduated from undergrad in 2019, and I started taking prerequisite courses in 2015. So then there comes the question of like, okay, expired prerequisites, and like how many years pass are they willing to accept these prerequisites? And a lot of schools don't require or don't accept courses older than 7 years. I started taking my prereqs in 2015. Ma'am, that's 9 years ago. It's giving slim pickings for if I have to apply for a 3rd time. And the last thing I'm doing, I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to be a PA as much as the next dedicated student. But if you think I'm about to retake general biology, gen chem, and cell bio, probably amongst other courses I haven't even named that are probably expired by now, while I have a master's degree, you got me more bent than origami, because there's no way I will literally switch career paths before doing that. So it's just like a slap in the face. And it's so crazy how these schools won't make exceptions to that. Like, if you have received additional education, there's a lot of schools that don't care. And they're just like, oh, if your classes are expired, who cares? You got, you know, an extra degree or 2, or maybe 3. If they're expired, it's a wrap. It definitely makes things a bit more anxiety inducing, because I have spent this whole process between last cycle and this cycle has been very costly, very time consuming, and I'm just so ready to get my career as a PA started. And as a Christian, you know, I try to think of like, okay, what is God's plan for me? Like, I believe things happen for a reason. I believe that, you know, things happen in our lives. And this isn't me putting my religion upon anyone. This is just what I believe and how I interpret my life, you know, in accordance to my relationship with my God. So definitely just trying to remain positive and just think of like, maybe this is God testing me to rely on him and be more faithful in his plans for me. I'm very much so blessed and grateful that these weren't rejections, because boy, have I gotten rejected by 16 out of the 18 schools I applied to. So it's a blessing in and of itself to get a wait list. So I definitely want pre-PA applicants to say this is like your first or even your second time applying. Getting a wait list, it's bittersweet. It's 100% bittersweet, but it's so much better than a rejection. Thousands of kids didn't even get an interview, and if they did, they probably got a rejection. So to get a wait list, it is a very small victory, but obviously I'm not going to discount the fact that, like, okay, it's not an acceptance though. I, you know, just felt like picking up this camera and just documenting this journey proper. Part of me wanted to wait until I got into PA school to become more relatable, but no, there's so many students who are in the same exact boat right now that have no acceptances, that have just wait lists, that are probably, you know, having expired prerequisite courses, rethinking their whole career. Like, I know there's someone out there that can relate to this, so I just wanted to make this short video, just kind of showing where I'm at and where I want to be and where I pray that I end up. It's a feeling that's very conflicting. You know, on one hand, you're grateful that, again, it's not a rejection, but on the other hand, you're just like, I don't have any other options. And it's just, my options are like waitlist now, and it's scary. It's really scary. So I'm currently trying to just be as good of an applicant as possible. I'm going to start doing more volunteerism because that is one thing that I lack. That's probably my Achilles heel, to be honest. And then I am, unfortunately, having to retake microbiology and statistics. So that's great. The journey is continuing, I just want this to hopefully reach out to someone. If we're in the same boat, let me know. If you were in the same boat, if you had to apply for multiple cycles, in the same boat of like being waitlisted and just having to play the waiting game, like how did you stay positive? And, regardless of like your religion, if you are religious, like how did you maintain your faith? If you're not religious, how did you just stay positive and just keep, thinking it's not the end. I'm going to keep going. The journey continues, and I will be taking you guys along. Until next time, bye.